Hello and welcome to your daily crypto news. Once again, I am on vacation right now, so not going to be able to be on the screen, but there's been some pretty significant news today, and I think it's very important we talk about it. But before we go any further, make sure you're a subscriber to our channel, and I forgot yesterday to do the announcement for our next contest. Our next contest is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be basically 8 weeks. We're going to start it on July 1st, and it's going to run until the end of August. We're going to be doing a $500 Bitcoin giveaway. So we're actually going to be picking 8 winners. First place will get $200, second place $100. We will have 2 $50 winners and 4 $25 winners. So we're going to blow this thing out. Appreciate everybody engaging with us on the channel. So let's jump into the news. We'll look at the market cap first. As you can see here, Bitcoin is up a little bit. It is pushing 6,800. So yesterday, we talked about how the Bithumb attack, or the Bithumb hack, excuse me, from last night, there was $30 million worth of cryptocurrency that was stolen, and I predicted the markets would take a plunge today. If you look at the 7-day chart of Bitcoin on the right side, you will see a plunge line there. But then what happened? There was a reverse spike line next to that. I'm not a technical analyst. I'm making these terms up as I go, but I think you guys understand what I mean. And so why did Bitcoin go back up? Well, because of Tether. The market went back up. The markets are up to 290 billion today. So actually up considerably over the last few days. And why is that? Well, Tether has done an audit. It isn't official, or it isn't an official accounting audit. They had a law firm, which would be the second best option in this case. And so why did they have a law firm do the audit instead of an accountant? Well, basically they say a full accountant audit would basically take forever. There's so many unknowns with cryptocurrency, and accountants in the cryptocurrency space are having to figure out basically a new way to do audits. So they said it was going to take too long, and shocked is a word to describe myself when I say here that Tether is backed 100% by US dollars. I'm shocked by this. As you guys know, we've been very tough on Tether because we feel like it is a scam here at the channel, and I'm not the only person who feels like that, and the main reason was because of this their lack of getting an audit done. And they had one company that was supposed to do the audit. They said the audit was going to be ongoing, and then all of a sudden they said that they weren't going to do the audit after all. So then they finally chose another company to do an audit, and this accounting firm got into the audit, and then Tether fired them. And so we had 2 chances for them to do this audit to show that they were backed by US dollars, and yet neither one was done to completion. But now we do have the law firm of Free Sporkin and Sullivan have done the audit and say that Tether is fully backed by US dollars. Now, this doesn't clear Tether 100%. It is very good news, and it does calm, I would say, like 90 to 95% of the fears with Tether, in my mind. I'm still not going to use it. I'm still not a fan of it. I feel like Bitfinex, that is behind Tether, is a very sketchy company. But there still is an element that is yet to be resolved, which is the fact that Tether has been accused, and Bitfinex has been accused of market manipulation by using Tether to manipulate the markets. And I think that is probably still valid. It is probably still true. This does not clear them from that. But I got to walk back some things I've said about Tether, and you've got to understand why most people thought, in my opinion, that most people that looked into it thought that it was not backed. But, you know, I guess just because there's smoke does not mean there is fire. So this is such great resounding news for cryptocurrency, because we were always just waiting for this bomb to go off and people to find out that Tether isn't backed by anything. And some people had estimated the markets would drop as much as 80%. That 80% number was decided from a financial analyst who said that basically because people were using leverage to invest in cryptocurrency, that the number could be much higher than the actual market cap of Tether. So, but that doesn't matter now. This is great news. And that is why we recovered from the hack yesterday very quickly. And I actually think this is the bullish news There will come a lot of fears in cryptocurrency, and we could start to see a rise. I would not be surprised if when you wake up in the morning, if you live in the United States, or whatever time it might be, in 8 to 10 hours, that we do go back above 6,800 and start pushing towards 7,000. So big news from Bittrex today. They have announced that they're adding Ethereum to their US dollar pairings. And this is big news because so far they had already announced Bitcoin, True USD, and Tether. So now Ethereum has been added to that list. And could this make Bittrex more relevant? It's a big question. We have Huobi exchange that is really making big gains. We have Binance that obviously is doing what it does. Coinbase, the entry for almost all US investors. So will this be the news to get Bittrex over the hump? I don't know, but it is good news for Ethereum for sure, as it continues to solidify itself as one of the top cryptocurrencies, the top altcoin. So all that goes without saying. But at the same time, anytime Ethereum is added as a fiat pairing, it is big news. So Enigma had a huge announcement today. Enigma, I'm becoming more bullish on it by the day. It is going to be working and collaborating with Intel. So the announcement said, today we announced that Enigma is partnering with Intel on research and development efforts to advance development of privacy-preserving computation technologies. So Enigma is very big on security and privacy. They use secret contracts as opposed to smart contracts, which are basically private smart contracts. So I think that Intel working with them, it really goes to solidify this project. It had a pretty big gain today after this announcement. And I think that we will see, Enigma continue to gain and to continue to make waves in the top 100. I believe when we did our review on Enigma, it was in the 90 to 100 range on CoinMarketCap. I expect this to be a top 50 coin by the end of the year. I think that it has a lot of potential for big gains, and this partnership just screams all over. So Stellar, I know we talked about Bittrex with the fiat pairings, but we know that the future of exchanges looks decentralized. And the Bithumb hack really just reiterated that last night. But Stellar is going to launch its own decentralized exchange. Now, this is very interesting. According to some reports, this exchange may be ready to be launched the next month. I think that means next month. And they have plans to make changes to the core protocol. The decision to modify the protocol would change the way in which buy and sell orders are carried out on Stellar-based trading platforms. So this exchange is on the final legs of development, and when this gets released, this could be big because everything Stellar does, they seem to do well. So I don't know what kind of competition this decentralized exchange could be for other ones out there. I know that in my mind, I feel like we don't have a great decentralized exchange out there right now. Many of them are very hard to use. So if Stellar comes out and puts out a quality product, then they could take the lead on decentralized exchanges in my mind. So last but not least, Elastos. Elastos is a platform, they're calling it the Internet 3.0. I believe that Elastos is the best new internet, if you will, project going right now. They have made a lot of progress. They actually have some semblance of a working product, and they're actually miles ahead of other projects trying to do something similar, such as EOS or Tron, and yet they don't seem to get the notoriety that those other coins and tokens get. But basically, this is solidification of that, as they won the Public Chain Award at World Blockchain Conference. This is known as the Chinese Consensus. So good news for Elastos winning this award. It just gives them a little more publicity, which I think is mainly what they need here in the West. I think over in the East, it is a lot bigger and a lot more well-known project, as it is an Asian project. But I think that once people really catch on to the fact that they have a working product, and the more people that start creating decentralized apps, then I think the further Elastos is going to go. As you know, I'm very bullish on it. I do believe it has potential to be a top 10 to 20 coin here in the very near future and beyond. So thanks for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. Can't wait to be back in a couple of days. We're going to be doing a live stream on Friday night. Stay tuned for that. And also, like I said, we will be starting our $500 Bitcoin giveaway on July 1st, run for 2 months. I know you guys want to be a part of it, but you can't be a part of it unless you're a subscriber. So make sure that you are a subscriber to our channel. We're going to be setting up a nice little platform for you guys to do entries. It's going to be a little different than our previous contests, but you know, we just appreciate all the support any way we can get it. So thanks again. That was your daily crypto news.